If you own or recently bought an electric car, then you actually definitely should consider selling it. Here's why. Usually, when you buy a car, it's just normal that the value of that car goes down after you've owned it. And it does for some cars, a lot more than for others. Let's have a quick look at the resale value of electric cars in China and in the United States and see whether or not you're about to make a good investment. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers and welcome back everyone else. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. And if you're new, there's been quite a few new subscribers come on board lately. Not sure where you all came from, but great to have you. But make sure you check out some of the 1,000 plus videos we have made over the past, I think about 14, 15 months. There's more content there than I think any other YouTube channel about electric cars, battery technology, and what the future of the automotive industry is going to look like in, a year's time, 10 years time, or even 20 years time. It's going to be very different to what it is today. So resale value. If you buy some cars, you're going to lose a lot of money. In particular, Elon Musk, what did he just say? He said, get rid of your gas car now because the value of those cars is about to crash. Now, sure, we've had a weird scenario with supply and demand over the past couple of years with cars around the world. Mostly, I think that's more to do with the coronavirus pandemic than with car and supply and demand. I think the whole industry is telling you a lie. I think they're lying to you, trying to tell you that there's all this, car manufacturers have so much demand, they just can't make enough cars. And, I'm not convinced that's true. I think in some cases it is, but I think in a lot of the cases, it's actually not true. Anyhow, that's beside the point. Resale value. Let's first look at China, then let's compare that to the United States. Electric vehicles with the highest value retention in China. This is coming to us from carnewschina.com, and I want to tell you why I'm not convinced these are the 100% correct numbers. First of all, let's have a quick look. Best resale value of any car in China, period. Number one, Tesla Model Y. Resale value, 89%. But, I'm not convinced that's correct because Tesla has recently stopped people from buying more than one Tesla unless they actually are willing to hold the car for more than 2 years. So Tesla's changed the law, their own law in China, and it's sort of what Ford did with their supercar. Remember, they had the GT50 supercar in the United States, and they said to owners, if you sell it within 2 years, we're going to fine you. And John Cena, he went and sold his car for like double the price that he paid for it. And Ford, they went and sued him, and he was forced to pay Ford, I think it was about $1 million, something ridiculous like that. Anyhow, Tesla's trying to do the same thing in China because scalpers are buying Tesla Model Y vehicles and selling them for more than they paid. Very commonly happening in China. Anyhow, Model Y, number one, around 90%. Number two, Porsche Taycan, 88%. That surprised me. Number three, the Hongwan Mini EV, which was actually in first place last year with 87.5%. Hongwan Mini EV. I mean, I'm really surprised to see that. I think there's better options now on the market in China, but people really love the Hongwan Mini EV. Could be something to do with the fact that you can customize it. Apparently, there's like 20 million different customizable options. They've got these websites set up for them. Incredible. Number four is the Tesla Model X, which was also a surprise to me considering they don't yet have the new model, the new variant in China yet. That one there, 87.5%. Aura Good Cat, that's made by Great Wall Motors, 85.8%. Aura Good Cat, that car will be available in a number of different countries within the next 6 months. It's coming to Australia, New Zealand, already on sale in Thailand, a few other countries around the world as well. But Aura are planning on selling those cars in about 25 different countries. Europe, UK, United States, I don't think so. Next up is a car that I don't think anyone's ever heard of called the Row Clever. And that one there is at 85%. Tesla Model 3 is next at 83%. Last year, Tesla Model 3 was in third place. So surprising to see it fall down there to 83%. 3% and 6th place overall. Next was a Leap Motor T03 with 83% as well. Then the Hi-Fi X. The Hi-Fi X is quite an interesting car. It's a direct competitor to the Porsche Taycan, and I guess to some degree also the Tesla Model S, even though that's not really on sale at all in China right now. You can pre-order one, but you can't actually get delivery. Hi-Fi X, I made a video about those cars. They're super expensive, about 100,000 plus US dollars. And people in China love them. They are way more popular than the Taycan. They sell a lot more than the Taycan does every month. Even though it's almost a completely unknown brand. The West have never heard of this car before. Very cool car though. Check that one out. I'll put a link to the video I made in the description below. Then as you can see, there's cars from EVs from Chery, BYD, GAC, then you got the Neo ES6, Xpeng P7, and then the Row 16 Max EW. So apparently in China, the Tesla Model Y has the best resale value of any car, period. And of course, the best resale value of any electric car as well. The Model Y is actually extremely popular in China for one key reason, that people much prefer that body style versus the sedan-like shape of the Model 3. And that makes the Model Y the best selling of all premium SUVs, whether electric or internal combustion, doesn't matter. It's the best selling premium SUV in China, meaning SUVs that cost more than 300,000 RMB, which is over 43,000 US dollars. Now, there is a lot of competition in China. It's crazy how much competition and how much choice there is for consumers. So that's actually quite an achievement for Tesla to have achieved that position. What about the United States? Well, things are a bit wacky this year in the US in terms of electric resale values. But if we have a look at the longer term resale values of electric cars, well, let's have a look at the worst ones first. So basically the worst ones you could buy new. Buying them secondhand would be a really good choice. I'd be doing it for sure. But buying them new, maybe not such a good idea. According to motoronwheels.com, the cars with the worst resale value in the US, right? The absolute worst is the Bmw i3. Loses 60% after 3 years. Now, 60% after 3 years is not much for normal cars, right? I mean, internal combustion luxury cars, they're lucky to get, that'd be a good result. But when it comes to electric cars, that's a pretty bad result. That's the worst, 60.4% 3-year depreciation. Next is the Nissan Leaf with 60.2%. Pretty much the same. They're pretty much on par, Nissan Leaf and the i3. So why are they? Well, first of all, the Bmw i3 is massively overpriced. Technology is old. Same thing with the Nissan Leaf, right? Doesn't have thermal battery management. So the batteries, they die pretty quickly, unfortunately. The charging capacity just goes down fast, and people know this, so they're not willing to pay much for a used one. But still, if you want to use one, you can get one pretty cheap, pretty affordable. Next, third worst is the Kia Soul EV. Now, we don't have those in Australia. Most countries don't have those, I don't think. The US, you guys do have the Kia Soul EV. And those lose around 58.7% after 3 years. Next, Hyundai Ioniq Electric. That loses 47.7%. So that's a lot better compared to the i3 and the Nissan Leaf after 3 years. And what are the best, right? The best is the Tesla Model 3 and the Model Y. Model Y loses basically nothing right now in terms of value depreciation over 3 years. I mean, obviously the vehicle hasn't really been out for 3 years, but we're seeing them sell for close to new prices for cars with low kilometers. So yeah, resale value for Model Y is the best. Next, Tesla Model 3 with 10%. So you can expect to lose only 10% on the value of your 3-year-old Tesla Model 3. That is ludicrous, absolutely insane. But hey, that's what people are getting. Demand is still crazy in the United States for the Model 3, which to be honest, this still surprises me a little bit, especially considering how many they're making there. They're making a lot of them. Third place, surprisingly, is the Tesla Model X. The Model X only loses 34% after 3 years. Now, considering it's a luxury car, it's expensive, that's the best retained resale value of any luxury car after 3 years that I can find in the United States, which is a pretty damn good result. After Model X is the Tesla Model S with 36.3%. Now, what about the Chevrolet Bolt? Well, you can get a pretty good deal on the Bolt, well, you used to be able to anyway. before the prices started to go up over the last few months in terms of their resale value. But traditionally, and more than likely within the next few months, you'll be able to get a Bolt at a pretty good deal. Retained resale on Bolts over 3 years is 47.5%. So nearly 50% discount on a 3-year-old Chevrolet Bolt EV. Should you get one? Well, yeah, I mean, $15,000 US. That's pretty good. Definitely worth considering. And I mean, realistically, do you need a new car? No. But if you want a new car, clearly the best ones to get are the Model 3 and the Model Y if you want to lose less money. And also, I mean, get a good car as well. Now, if you're saying, well, the price of Tesla cars has gone up, they're more expensive than they used to be, they cost too much. Well, I'm actually just having a look at the price of all electric cars here. I'm looking at the top 20, and the price of 19 out of 20 have all gone up. About a similar amount to how much Tesla vehicles have gone up in price over the past year to two as well. Pretty much all on par in terms of their price rises. So not really a big difference there. I think we just talk about Tesla's price rises. We notice them more. They're a more visible company. We talk about the company more. So it becomes more obvious. Now, there are some websites saying, right, that if you bought a Model 3 or a Model Y in countries like Australia, the United States, China, and other places as well, if you bought one recently, say within the last year, well, you can sell it for more than you paid for it, right? The question is, should you do that? Should you sell it for more than you paid? I've got to say, yeah, I think you should, if you can. If you can sell it for more than you paid, I would personally. Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But the reason that I say that is because of the battery technology that's about to come out in new Tesla vehicles. Now, I'm not talking about 4680 cells, so they're important. I'm talking about M3P batteries. In my view, they will be a game changer for Tesla and bring down the price of their cars as well. Now, the price won't come down just because of that battery technology. It's going to have a higher energy density by about 20%, but costs the same amount for Tesla to buy those batteries from CATL. And by the way, remember, more than 50% of Tesla's cars sold worldwide use lithium iron phosphate batteries, which will use in the future, within the next 12 months, M3P batteries, which will be a pretty big improvement. Lighter weight, better energy density. Yeah, it's a win all around. And lithium iron phosphate. But the other reason Tesla prices are going to come down all around the world is, well, they already have started to. In China, prices have begun to come down. Tesla's offering free insurance if you buy a Tesla in China right now. And in Europe, well, we all know there's the $42,000 base model with BYD blade batteries. That's a pretty good price. $42,000 or euros, about the same thing. Tesla is going to bring the prices down soon. I think they are. The key reason is simply the amount of cars they'll be making will be enormous. I mean, they're at a run rate now of nearly 2 million per year. They'll hit over 2 million per year within the next few months. We're at a run rate now of about 1.2 million in China. And frankly, that will put downwards pressure on the prices. Now, it's going to take a little while. In some markets, it's not going to happen at all. In others, it will. But remember, newer technology coming in their newer cars will make the older ones not obsolete, but just not quite as good as the newer ones, which will be coming out with other things as well, other benefits like structural battery packs. So it's definitely worth considering selling if you can. If you can ride your bike, ride an electric bike, or just use one car. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about all that. Have a great day. Bye-bye.